The best out of these three is Bergomi. So for him being a defensive fullback and having the boost of Widi's ability, you can train him. It's possible for him to have 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 defensive awareness, 90 tackling, 90 aggression, 90 defensive engagement. That's the type of player he is in a way. And I think skill-wise, he's got sort of everything, but the most important skill he needs is blocker. Blocker, acrobatic clearance, possibly aerial superiority if you want to give him. I'm trying to make it simple, dude. Like, there's no point in dragging player of you. Most of you guys know the basics anyway. So that's my review for Bergomi, honestly. If you use him as a center back, I would say focus more higher defense, like more than 90, if you use him as a center back. If you're playing long ball counter tactic, your defense is a bit deeper. You don't need 90 speed necessarily. If you play position, probably more passing and ball control. It's going to be perfect for position game. But I would definitely give him one-touch passing in that case. So depending on how you use him as a CB or right back, you train him differently. But he's the best out of the pack, really. Like, if I got him first, I wouldn't go for Aldair. I would only go for Aldair as a Roma fan. Maldini already have a big-time one. I think if you have a big-time Maldini, is this one better? Well, the big-time one is faster. This one has other abilities better because he's a booster. Otherwise, the same kind of skills. This one actually does have aerial superiority and fighting spirit. The big-time one doesn't. So, if you don't regularly spend often, you have the big-time one. I don't think it's necessary for you to go this one. He doesn't even have a wavy hair, Tommy. In terms of Aldair was never a meta in the game. I don't remember last time Aldair was meta. And I hate the fact it's too many destroyers. Almost all legend defenders are destroyers. You don't want to use too many destroyers that constantly press. You saw what happened to me in the past two streams against good players when I used too many destroyers. Their technique is defending, that's always good. You know, sometimes I train my defenders based on a defending technique. Like, I focus on defense, tackling, this obvious one, but I go for more acceleration because usually you don't need acceleration for defenders. But he can have all defensive ability 90, from awareness to engagement. Physically, he can be strong. Aerial duel, he's good. He's not that super tall. It's difficult to get him speed very high, probably just below 80. So for me, he's like kind of a center back. I would chuck him as a side CB for 3 at the back, or maybe for in a fullback position as a CB if I was to play 3 CB. So for me, it comes last. But Bergomi is definitely a game changer in my opinion. So far, the best defender for me that I could say P2 is Booster Nesta. I can't compare anyone to that. In terms of Maldini, I explained if you have a big time one. But this particular card, Kane has everything really. I mean, what skills do you give him? He's got acrobatic clearing. He's got all the skills really. What do you want to give him? Probably maybe one-touch pass, or maybe, what the fuck is this? Long throw, like unnecessarily skills, but still good to have. Otherwise, he has all defensive skills. If I'm missing one, point it out. You can use him as a fullback. If you use him as a fullback, you need to give him like close to 90 speed. You need to give him good ball control. You need to give him good passing. Maybe for long ball counter. Maybe. But he's too good to use him as a fullback. I mean, he's a destroyer. If you use him as a left midfielder, left fullback, with defense on him, that's good. Destroyer card won't be active. And to train him, he could have all defensive ability 90 easily. If you go for jump physical contact hidden 90, then he's not going to be able to have anything on ball control or passing. I know for the meta of the game, the way like most meta players train defenders, 15, 16 points on defense, some speed, some physicality, that's it. No passing, no nothing. But they use these players accordingly. Like they don't want to receive the ball with defenders, just instantly clear. But again, not everybody plays meta, so we have to understand that part. I don't want it to be like it's meta or trash. I believe there is an in between. Beyond that, I think training them, it's really not that difficult. Sometimes if you're new to the game, You can try auto allocate. Will give you an idea how to train players, but most auto allocate just focuses on the highest possible rating. Sometimes a player who's 95 rated could be better than the one that is 98 rated, because individual abilities matter. But certain players auto allocate is actually good. Well, for Maldini, I think it's pretty decent. So that is pretty much my review about these, man. I did about, well, 26 packs, and the first one I got was Maldini. If I did get Bergomi, I'm out. Bergomi is definitely best in the pack, dude. What I miss? Spunani, I wouldn't use 2 destroyers against good players, dude. You know that yourself. Against good players, don't use too many destroyers. They press. Otherwise, it's a good combination. But neither of them are that tall, especially Puyol. Only reason I want Bergomi is that he's new status-wise. Tomiyasu and Araujo is similar, right? Araujo's better. Araujo's way better. I think Araujo's can be... Araujo can have 90 speed and acceleration. If you go for 90 speed and acceleration for Tomiyasu, then you can't give him like jumping 90, physical contact 90, hidden 90. So that's one of the differences. Plus Araujo by default, I think he's physically stronger, body type, and at level 1, at base level, he's got better passing and ball control. We had Bergomi before. He's not completely new. I think, when was the last time you had Bergomi? Exactly, Cisco. You guys saw that 32,000 GP player I posted, honestly. Let me show you right here, bruh. 35,000 GP. It's pretty much kind of as good as Costa Quarter, right? Yesterday's stream, I go matched against somebody who was in the previous matchmaking system. He was top 2